Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway in Foxborough. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
You look at this Buffalo defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? This is a foundation.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They're going to throw. May. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
His first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Gets past one man. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he can vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Under pressure, they got him again. time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Jones on the return. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They run again on first down. Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 11. Allen off the play fake. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New England's offense set to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
To the air, May. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
to the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. To throw, it's May. Open man, Kyle Williams, he's got it. And they'll get to it after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a gain of 8.
On play action, May. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They start the drive with Cook. Fights him off. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. This 2nd and 4. Now Allen off the bootleg. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. 6 yards they pick up, and that's a first down. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State. And Scott Hansen, with only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season, everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he enters his final weekend as the league leader in rushing yards by a quarterback. He has been a dynamic dual threat all season long. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Play action. Now it's Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is incomplete. Well, these two teams met earlier in the year in Buffalo with the Bills winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series. Here's 2nd and 10. Allen. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 33. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And down to the 20, here we go before heading out of bounds.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. Touchdown! Josh Palmer, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it makes the score 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Looking to put a drive together. Here's May. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Throwing here is May. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is...
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Jones. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. Allen going to throw. Whips that one incomplete there.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Now Allen. A dump off for Davis. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, 6 68 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From the shotgun, May with it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to... Touchdown, Bills! Khalil Shakir, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people up the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
60 Bison, 6, huh.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Cook. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Sanders picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. The Bills ready to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
Play action. Allen. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. It's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up the running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start, and it ends up falling incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. Cook goes down.
That's Dorian Williams who got there for the sack.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here's Allen.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he goes down the So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Buffalo, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.